Hello guys, Pete Dahlgren building the Mears Models F86. One thing I'm going to show you guys here right now is that there are a lot of parts in this. We're going to start on this. Now, just for sake of argument, so I didn't make a big, huge mistake already, I went ahead and already assembled and built the left side stabilizer. And as you can see, goes together pretty quick, but I want to show before I actually show what this is. These tubes are not glued in yet, and we won't do that for a while. They're in there for alignment purposes only. Now I'm going to tell you, I had a little bit of trouble with this one, so this is why we're doing this. I went ahead and built this because I wanted to show every single step. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to build one wing. I'm going to build one side of everything first off camera so we can show it. The fuselage will be a complete video on every part of that one because it's only one way. Win or fail, we're going to do this. Now, you're going to notice the jigs underneath there. And it makes this completely done. Well, they set in orientation like this. And I numbered these. And you have some spars. They look like ribs and they're crazy looking, but they fit extremely tight. And the one thing is they need to be. So I think one of the biggest things is with it is because of the relationship of what these are and what they do is that you need a hard surface. Now, I built boats for a while and I got this marble table that it's hard as a woodpecker's lips, and it's really good for building plywood stuff. Now, I'm going to use a complete different idea on it for when we do the fuselage. I'm actually building a wood I-beam for that. That's special to lock it down and glue it down while we do it until we can actually get underneath it. After it's half sheeted, and we can separate the fuselage because it's two-piece. Now, I think one of the biggest things that guys kind of wonder about this kit a little bit is the char. Now, I've told you, if you are in our area, they have inspections, and they actually absolutely do prohibit you from sanding that off. It's just not allowed to sand joints. It's kind of a deal. Now, another way I do the gluing is I use these syringes. And the reason for it is because they do a little bit better bead. You can get these at any hobby shop. And I usually have two of them. And the glue that I'm using is pretty much a very important factor here. You'll notice it says dries neutral, no foaming. It's waterproof and you can use it anywhere, but make sure you get it. It says Wood Projects. 8 ounces will build quite a bit. You'll probably go through a couple of these when you start sheeting, but this glue does not ever let go. It's really good stuff. I've used it for a long time. Now, another thing I use Max Cure. I do not like using this on plywood. So I only use it in extreme where you got to do some tacking. And guys, I haven't had to do this yet. A good hobby knife is, you can go whatever color you want, but I like these. These XLs are pretty good. And of course, you're going to need a razor saw. Last but not least, you're going to need a roll of tape. This is your best friend, believe it or not. It'll go where the clamps won't. I use these clamps. They're about 75 cents a piece. They're strong as hell and they're great. I mean, you can buy 20 of them and go back and get them. I get them at Harbor Freight. They're dirt cheap. And we'll be back in a minute and I'm going to show you how this contraption goes together. It's pretty impressive, so stick around guys. We'll see you on the next run.